This isn't just a vegetable, this is potential, it's a promise. It's part of a key that can unlock a door many men believe has been rusted shut by time. A patient of mine, let's call him John, sat in my office last year. He was 67, a retired engineer, a man who had spent his life building bridges, strong, reliable structures. But he told me, with a quiet frustration that I've come to know all too well, that he felt the bridges inside his own body were failing. He wasn't talking about his heart in the way a cardiologist might. He was talking about something more fundamental, his energy, his stamina, the warmth that used to be in his hands and feet, the vitality he once took for granted, his performance not just in the bedroom but in life. He felt faded. His 40th wedding anniversary was coming up, and his wife's only wish was to go dancing like they did when they first met, and John confessed his deepest fear to me. "Doc, I don't know if I have the energy to last a single song. I don't want her to see me as old." That feeling, that quiet dread of being seen as less than you once were, that is the unspoken burden for millions of men over 60. Hello, I'm Dr. Evelyn Hayes. As a urologist for over 2 decades, I've learned that some of the most important conversations we need to have are not about disease but about vitality. They're about how we live, not just how long we live. Today we're going to have one of those conversations. We're going to talk about circulation, not just in the vague, abstract sense, but specifically about the blood flow that powers your energy, your health, and your masculinity, the flow down there. We will cut through the noise and focus on 3 essential, powerful, and scientifically backed foods that can profoundly boost this vital current. But this isn't just a list. We will go deep into the why behind them. We will explore the single most important molecule your body needs for robust circulation, a discovery so profound it won a Nobel Prize. By the end of this discussion, you will not only know what to put on your plate, but you will understand the powerful biological orchestra you are conducting inside your own body. You will feel equipped, not with a magic pill, but with knowledge that can help you reclaim the fire, the performance, and the vitality you deserve. This is the conversation about how we help John get back on that dance floor. Let's begin. This information is for educational purposes only and does not constitute medical advice. Always consult with your personal healthcare provider before making significant dietary changes or for any health concerns, especially if you are on medication for blood pressure or other conditions. Before we unveil our top 3 foods, we have to understand what we're trying to fix. If you don't understand the problem, the solution is just a lucky guess. Imagine your circulatory system is a vast network of rivers and streams, delivering life-giving oxygen and nutrients to every single cell in your body. Your heart is the main pump, but the health of the entire system depends on the quality of the riverbanks themselves, your blood vessels. In our youth, these vessels, our arteries, veins, and capillaries, are wide, flexible, and smooth. The inner lining, called the endothelium, is healthy and active. Blood flows effortlessly. Now let's look at what happens after 60. 2 things happen. First, the vessel walls can become stiff and less flexible, a condition we call arteriosclerosis. Second, a slow-building plaque, made of cholesterol, fats, and other substances, can narrow the channel, which is called atherosclerosis. Think of it like rust and scale building up inside an old set of pipes. The pipeline's diameter shrinks. This affects your whole body. It's why your hands and feet might feel colder. It's why your brain might feel a little foggier. And it's absolutely critical when we talk about male performance. An erection is, at its core, a hydraulic event. It is all about blood flow. The brain sends a signal, and a miraculous cascade of events is supposed to happen. A special molecule is released, telling the arteries in the penis to relax and open wide. Blood rushes in, the chambers fill, and the veins that let blood out are compressed, trapping the blood inside. The master key that unlocks this entire process? A tiny, invisible gas molecule called nitric oxide. Modern science now confirms that after the age of 40, our body's natural ability to produce nitric oxide begins to decline significantly. This is one of the primary reasons why circulation can become sluggish as we age. The discovery of nitric oxide's role as a signaling molecule in the cardiovascular system was so important, it earned the Nobel Prize in Medicine in 1998. It is the body's own potent vasodilator. That's a fancy word meaning it tells your blood vessels to relax, widen, and let the river flow freely. So, our strategy is twofold. First, protect the pipes. Fight the inflammation and oxidative stress that damage our blood vessels. Second, turn on the faucet. Boost our body's production of nitric oxide. The 3 foods we're about to discuss are champions at doing exactly this. They are not random superfoods. They are targeted biological tools. Ready to meet the first one? All right, let's get practical. These are not exotic, expensive ingredients you have to hunt down. They are humble, powerful, and readily available. First up, beets, the nitric oxide powerhouse. We started here, and for good reason. Beets are arguably the most potent, direct-acting circulatory food on the planet, and it all comes down to a simple, elegant pathway. Beets are packed with dietary nitrates. When you eat them, the good bacteria in your mouth convert these nitrates into nitrites. When you swallow, the acidic environment of your stomach converts those nitrites directly into nitric oxide. You are literally eating the raw material for your body's most important vasodilator. The effect is profound. Studies have shown that consuming beets or beet juice can relax blood vessels, increase blood flow to muscle tissue, and improve oxygen delivery throughout the body. This isn't a stimulant that makes your heart pound harder like caffeine. Instead, it makes your system more efficient. It's like turning a 2-lane highway into a 4-lane superhighway, allowing more traffic to flow with less congestion. As one expert source puts it, you just feel better and you have more energy. You can use beets in several ways. Grate them raw into salads, roast them to bring out their earthy sweetness, or drink a small glass of beet juice for a concentrated dose. For convenience, high-quality beetroot powders or chews can also provide a standardized, concentrated dose without the mess. This is your frontline tool for directly boosting nitric oxide. Now let's talk about keeping the pipes clean. Our second food is garlic, the arterial sweeper. Garlic has been used as medicine for thousands of years, and for good reason. Its primary weapon is a compound called allicin, which is released when garlic is chopped or crushed. Allicin and other sulfur compounds in garlic help the body in several ways. They stimulate the enzyme in your blood vessels that naturally produces nitric oxide. So while beets provide the raw material, garlic helps your body's own internal factory work better. They also act as an internal pressure washer, helping to reduce the stiffness of blood vessels and may even help slow the progression of plaque buildup. Of course, a common concern with garlic is the odor. This is where aged garlic extract comes in. Companies have perfected a process of aging garlic, often for up to 20 months, which converts the harsh compounds into stable, odorless ones, while actually increasing the garlic's antioxidant potential. This makes it a fantastic option for getting the circulatory benefits without the social side effects. So, beets open the floodgates with nitric oxide, and garlic helps clean the pipes. Now for our third food, which protects the entire system from damage. This brings us to turmeric, the anti-inflammatory guardian. This gnarled orange root is the source of one of nature's most powerful anti-inflammatory compounds, curcumin. As we discussed, a major enemy of good circulation is chronic, low-grade inflammation. It's like a slow-burning fire that damages the delicate lining of your blood vessels. Curcumin is a master firefighter. It goes to work throughout your body, quenching this inflammation at a cellular level. Both Ayurvedic and traditional Chinese medicine have used turmeric for centuries for this very purpose, to open blood vessels and improve blood circulation. But, and this is a crucially important point, curcumin is not easily absorbed by the body on its own. You need an activator. The most effective one is piperine, the active compound in black pepper. Combining turmeric with even a small amount of black pepper can boost the absorption of curcumin by up to 2,000%. They are a non-negotiable team. You can add turmeric to curries, soups, or even a golden milk latte, always with a crack of black pepper. For a therapeutic dose, many people find it easiest to use a supplement that contains curcumin standardized to 95% curcuminoids and specifically includes piperine for absorption. So there you have it, the big three. Beets to directly fuel nitric oxide production, garlic to help your body make its own no and keep the vessels clean, and turmeric to protect the entire system from inflammatory damage. Focusing on our big three is a powerful strategy, but the truth, as any good doctor will tell you, is that health is holistic. So let's surround our star players with a world-class supporting cast and build the stage for them to perform on. Let's also talk about leafy greens like spinach and kale, which are also packed with dietary nitrates. Citrus fruits, loaded with vitamin C, protect your blood vessels. Fatty fish like salmon are the kings of anti-inflammatory omega-3s. Walnuts are rich in precursors to nitric oxide production, and even dark chocolate, in moderation, has flavanols that improve blood vessel flexibility. The pattern is a diet that is overwhelmingly plant-based, colorful, and rich in whole foods. Now, for what you do when you're not eating. These habits are non-negotiable. Let's start with movement. You cannot be sedentary and expect good circulation. Your circulatory system is a use it or lose it system. When you engage in moderate exercise, like a brisk 30-minute walk, your heart pumps more blood and your muscles demand more oxygen. This forces your arteries to dilate, stimulating the release of nitric oxide. Think of exercise as daily flossing for your arteries. Next, hydration. Your blood is more than 90% water. When you're dehydrated, your blood becomes thicker, and your heart has to work harder to pump it. It's like trying to pump sludge instead of water. Aim for 2 to 3 liters of water per day. We must also discuss stress management. Chronic stress is a killer of circulation. When you are stressed, your body pumps out hormones that cause your blood vessels to constrict. This was useful for outrunning a tiger, but in modern life, it leads to constantly constricted vessels and high blood pressure. Finding a way to manage stress through yoga, meditation, gardening, or time in nature is a medical necessity. Finally, if you smoke, this is the ultimate act of self-preservation. Every single puff of a cigarette attacks and inflames your arteries. Quitting is the most powerful and immediate step you can take for your circulation, your heart, your lungs, and your performance. There is no debate here. Let's go back to my patient John, the man who builds bridges but felt his own internal ones were collapsing. We created a plan. We talked about beets and garlic. We talked about walking with his wife every morning. We talked about hydration and simple breathing exercises. He didn't just get a list of foods. He got a new sense of agency over his own health. He started to feel like the engineer of his own body again. 3 months later, he came back for his follow-up. He stood a little taller. The look of quiet frustration was gone, replaced by a spark in his eye. He reached into his wallet and pulled out a slightly blurry photo taken on a cell phone. It was him and his wife on a dance floor in the middle of a spin. They were both laughing. He said, "Doc, we danced for 3 songs straight, and then we went for a walk under the stars. I haven't felt that alive in 20 years. That is what this is all about. It's not just about blood flow. It's not just about nitric oxide. It's not even just about performance in the bedroom. It's about having the energy to play with your grandkids. It's about having the vitality to travel and explore with your partner. It's about having the confidence to engage fully with the world. It's about having the fire to get on the dance floor of your own life and not just last for one song, but to enjoy the entire dance. The power to make this change is not in some far-off futuristic clinic. It's right there, in your kitchen. It's in your walking shoes. It's in a glass of water. It's in the decision to start today. So start small. Pick one of these foods, go for a walk, take the first step. You are the architect of your own vitality. Build a bridge back to the energy and life you deserve. Thank you for spending this time with me. Be well and be vital.